Hey guys, it's your girl Kizzy Rock, and yes, Kizzy Rock is my birth given name. Happy Friday evening. Want to say hey to all my subscribers, new as well as season. Got a word for you. Tap in. Happy Friday evening, guys. I had to think for a minute, like what is today, right? All right, guys. So let's jump right in. I want to talk to you guys about 10 additional things that could be happening that will alert you that you are in due season or close to due season, like you're coming out of isolation or coming out of transformation, where you're entering due season. The reason why I say in addition, because I've made a recording before in regards to, I think it was another 10. I mean, we can come up with 100, right? But for the sake of time, I like to kind of just split them up. All right, so number one, no particular order. Number one, there's an acceleration going on in your life. And the crazy thing about it is you haven't changed anything, right? You're still being who you were 5 years ago. But it's like people are just now starting to catch on and celebrate you. So don't get too excited here, right? Because there's so much more. There's more. But God is just giving you a taste of what it is to see how you're going to handle it. Are you going to let it get to your head? Are you going to start slacking off because you feel like you've arrived? So people are going to start finally catching on to something that you have been doing forever, and now they're finally starting to appreciate it. But again, be very, very careful that you don't start getting slack. Keep still that spirit of excellence, because God is still watching you within that process. Number two, I do not have these numbers. I'm sorry. Number two, there's a freeness in your spirit. You may be someone who struggle with unforgiveness. I've always been transparent and say that's not one of my strongest points, right? But there's a grace that's going around, and it's like you don't hold anything towards anyone. There's no resentment, there's no defensiveness, there's no nothing. There's just your spirit just feels free of anything that ever had you in bondage or ever really had you kind of just locked down. So you feel free. Number three, generics are at an all-time high, honey. Generics they're at an all-time high. That can be people, places, or things. The thing that God says is yours. The thing that God said He is taking you to or going to give to you or whatever. Generics, things that look like it could be, are there to distract you. God is watching you to see, because it's like, listen, you know what I told you, right? But you feel like because you've been waiting this long that you're antsy. So we keep thinking everything is the devil. Of course, he's going to throw some things in there too, right? Distractions, right? Hoping that you would take the bait so you can miss destiny. But at the same time, God is watching you. Like, you say you want this thing. You say you have faith. You say you trust me, right? So, all right, I'm going to put this thing in your face. It looks very close, but your spirit knows. Your conviction have told you this is not it. It's close to it, but it's not it. Are you going to touch it? Are you going to touch it? Number four. Listen. Listen. Your ex or exes have no chance. Zero. Nada. Nada. Look. Nada. You don't even side-eye me, because you ain't got a chance, bro. Not a chance. Period. But it's all love, right? There's no hate. It's all love, right? Hopefully none of you guys hate your ex. That's a different topic, but I know I don't hate any of my exes. I know they don't hate me, because, you just got to get to a point in life where you understand that everything happens for a reason. And if you were to stay locked in there, you would never be to the point where you're at. You would have never been able to climb the ladders that you've climbed. So you got to start looking at things that when flesh says someone hurt me and I'm holding on to that hurt and that pain because they betrayed me. Spirit says it had to happen one way or another. So I'm going to get over this pain and just be grateful that it happened, because it advanced me right after healing. So Your exes have no chance. Bro or sis, whoever. Nada. But you're listening though. And you're looking too, right? Kizzy, you're being petty. All right. Now, what number am I on? I am going to number 5. You are finally okay with the people that God has moved. And this is just not your ex, right? This is just whoever. These are friends. These are things that you may have struggled with in the probably more in that isolation season. When isolation first happened, you start losing a lot of people right before God throws your butt in isolation, or when you're in isolation and you're scratching and clawing to have these people back. But now you're okay with it. It's like, I mean, it is what it is. I mean, we had a great time, and I still love them, and if they need anything, I still got their back, and, we're going to have a good time every now and then, or whatever, but you're truly okay with it. Your spirit is now settled that these people are no longer in your life on an everyday basis. Number 6, you are no longer a people pleaser. Or you're better. You're a lot better. You now don't have a problem saying no if it's just not something you can do, or if it's something that's going to stretch you out of your comfort zone for that particular time. And when you say no, you truly don't care. Like, where before, if you say no, you would feel guilty. Like, oh, I said no. Let me just call back because they're probably in their feelings, and Now, when you say no, it is what it is, because you finally know how to put yourself first, right? And that's not selfish. We're conditioned to think that putting yourself first is selfish. I have to remind myself this every single day when it comes down to work, when it comes down to family, when it comes down to friends or whatever. If you don't put yourself... I hope someone catches this. If you don't put yourself first, right, meaning taking care of your needs first, you're not going to be good to anybody else, because when you start shorthanding yourself, you're going to already be on edge because you don't feel like yourself. Most people aren't grateful anyway. So when you start moving along your day and dealing with ungrateful people, you want to look at them side eye like, listen, you're not even grateful. And I didn't sit here and kind of just short myself this morning because I didn't have enough time or enough this, enough that. So when you start putting yourself first, you will be better for everyone else. So it's not selfish to put yourself first. The more you do, now that takes practice. If you do have that people-pleasing seed, many times from abandonment or rejection or from being misunderstood, in my case, the more you do it, you're not going to just be okay with it doing it the first and second time. Like, you have to be intentional. Again, this is why I say your convictions of how God is healing you, your convictions is going to have to override your emotions and what you're feeling for yourself. If you go based on your feelings, right, especially my empaths, right? If you go based on your feelings, you will never put yourself first. I have lost track here. I think I'm on number 7. Well, bear with me. I thought I had 10. I'm not even sure. I lost track. Number 7, you do not go back and forth with people. That may have been your thing, where it's like you're constantly trying to, defend yourself. You're constantly trying to make a point, right? And it's just, listen, either you get it or you don't, right? Have a great day. I'm not going to sit here and go back and forth with you about something. We can agree to disagree, right? That's what adults do. We can agree to disagree, but that's too much of a mental strain. I just don't have time to go back and forth with you about something the problem will never be solved. Let's just agree to disagree. Give me a kiss. Have a great day. Period. Number 8, I think. You are truly, and you're not just saying this, it's not a facade. You are truly okay with not going back. Back to that ex, back to that neighborhood that you said you would never leave, right? Because y'all pissed the bed together, you and your friends, y'all grew up together since, high school, or since this, since that. So you are okay truly with not going back. Where before you may have had that tug of war. It's like, oh, well, I feel guilty. They think I've forgotten where I came from, right? Where now it's like, I don't even want to go back. Like, where before it was a struggle. And now it's just like, listen, woo, due season. I thought I wanted to go back because I didn't know about here, right? I didn't know about due season. So I really thought I wanted to go back. Where now that you have a taste, because either you're entering or maybe your pinky toe is in due season. Because remember, again, there's levels even within due season. But because you see what it is, you don't even want to go back. And you are absolutely okay with that. Number 9, I believe, God will start to give you your physical instructions. And you may have gotten some of those in isolation, or maybe not isolation, but definitely transformation season. But you will start having like those tangible things to do. That can look like getting your body right. And that's not anything in regards to a certain size or a certain this. This is just where you feel most energetic. So that means hit the gym, eating more clean, whatever the case may be, because you're going to need, energy, right? Because when those doors open, honey, like, listen, you've been praying to get there. You've been praying, you've been harassing God's nerves, honey, to get there. And when them doors open, honey, you better be moving. It's acceleration. It's going to, see, people ask for blessings because blessings are so great, but I don't think a lot of people really understand that with more blessings come more responsibility. With more blessings come more stretching, more growth, right? So you just can't be your normal, just lagging behind everyday type of person. You got to have some energy. And so you may be having instructions to get your body together, get your energy together. That can maybe be getting your finances together. What else? It can maybe be, I don't know, getting that home, that whatever, but something tangible, something's tangible. Number 10, I think I'm number 10. I think I'm number 10. I hope I didn't miss one. Number 10, this is the ultimate. This is the ultimate. I saved this one for last for a reason. Your spirit tells you. There's this sense in your spirit where you feel, you can't even put it into words, but if you could, it will be like God is saying, job well done. Job well done. Most people give up. Most, all caps, most people give up, but you didn't. Job well done. I saw the tears. I saw the frustrations. I saw the days of doubt. I saw you probably cussing me out behind my back. Like you don't even know. You sitting here thinking, I don't know. You sitting here side-eyeing me, right? Okay, I know. I made you, boo, right? But you didn't give up. Job well done. So there's a celebration in your spirit. And you may not even be or could see you know what it is, but you could not even really be able to touch everything yet, smell everything yet, right? But your spirit, there's just this, it's like your spirit is just doing the Holy Ghost dance, right? Your spirit is shouting, right? It's like, woo! If you can only see inside my spirit, if you can feel what my spirit feels, and of course some of you are here, so you know what that feeling is, but there's a celebration in your spirit, and it feels so good because only you know, my friends, only you, nobody else, only you know what you've been through to make it this far. So celebrate and don't let anyone rain on your parade. It's your girl, Kizzy Rock.